funcionou. Não, tá aqui. Okay. How are we doing? Judges, did you have your coffee? Awake? Okay. So, judges are ready. Timer is ready. Okay. Okay, and what your team is biosensor evolution?
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead, start.
Okay. Good morning to all. It's my great pleasure to present you our company, the Biosensor Evolution. My name is Iran, and I'm representing this great team here. And first, to start my presentation, I would like to tell you a brief story. The story about John. John had, when he was 3 years old, he was diagnosed with diabetes. No, not diabetes, leukemia. Leukemia. He was diagnosed with leukemia. And he had the proper treatment initially. He was okay. And the next diagnosis was only 6 months after the first treatment. Unfortunately, there are many exceptions to this disease. So 2 months later, he had a crisis, and unfortunately, he died. So our company, we want to help solve this problem. We want to show a solution to improve other patients' lives. So the reality is, according to the International Association of Cancer, there are 400,000 cases of leukemia per year, and 300,000 of them end up dying. And almost 40% of the patients present disease return. So we need to solve this problem. It's a very important problem, and these people need all the help they can. So I'm presenting you our company, Biosensor Evolution, and our slogan is Know Your Health to Improve Your Life. And we want to make healthcare monitoring technology accessible to all. And this is our starting product that I want to discuss with you. And this is our team. We have many capabilities here. We have biologists, biochemistry, physicians, chemistry, and this is our goals and our team. And I believe we are very capable. So about the disease, basically leukemia is an increase in the white cells counting. And so here is a graph showing the optimal cure. When you cure, after sometimes it never return, but many cases return very fast. So this is our product. We call it Smart Leuky. So don't rely on lucky, be smart. That's our philosophy. And the idea of this product is not to stay in place of the actual diagnosis. It's to monitor it after the patient has already been diagnosed and help the patient with knowledge over the days after his first treatment. So our product is basically a smartwatch, and we have the main part and the main differential of our product is our sensor. It's a ultralight spectrometer coupled with a revolutionary graphene sensor. And it can not only scan your veins and tell the concentration of white blood cells, but it also has a graphene sensor that monitors sweat and presents all the other solutions on smart clocks today, like heartbeats, like uric acid, and other parameters from sweat. The idea is you can use it very comfortably over your day, and you not only you don't feel it, it's not huge, so it's comfortable and offer all these differential things. So how is the market? So we have around 437 cases over all the world each year, and 10,000 of these cases are in Brazil. Our initial goal is to produce 200 units and then to achieve 15% of the Brazilian market. And how we will do that? First, we will enter in contact with many physicians. We'll start with Cancer Hospital in São Paulo, like Albert Einstein also. We will present the doctors with free samples and ask them to start trials. And then after that, we can improve our growth. And there is also many other strategies. And then, what is our competitors? So actually, right now, there's no product like that in the market. We have smart clocks in the market, but they're not for leukemia specifically. So our product not only do what most smart clocks does, but it also presents data about leukemia, and we have a very strong software that will monitor all of that, and you can send it to your doctor. So it's it helps both ways, both patients and doctors. And here is 5-year business forecast. So the initial investment would be around $500,000, and we propose 20% participation, but we are open to negotiations. And the return on investments will be about $800,000, so about 60%. And the company valuation is $3,200,000. And the break-even point is about 22 months, 21 to 22 months. So this is our roadmap. Have our idea, the validation, prototype development in the first year, and also test with the hospitals. And we launch 1 year from now, and then we start selling. We have a break-even point on 2020 and return investment on 2022. And thank you. This is our product. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you to all.
Thank you for the presentation. And are there any judges ready to ask questions, or you need some time? Well, let's see if the clocks, I want to wait until I'm approved by the timer. Okay.
So you asked for $500,000 for 20% of the company. I like that you're open to negotiation on that. But you said the return on investment was $800,000 in 5 years' time. Is that, did I hear that? Okay. Can you just talk me through that, how you get to those numbers?
So
we have a price of $500 to the end consumer, and $100 the production cost. The production volume will grow from 700 to 2,000 in the 5 years, or 700, 100, 200, 300. Yes, that's it. In 4 years. And that's calculating taxes and discounting expenses and taxes, give this number we told.
Okay, so the valuation of the company after 5 years is what? Total valuation after 5 years?
4 times this value,
Which is
3,200,000.
3,200,000, okay? 3.2 million, okay.
I saw that you are going to do a patent application. Can you tell about what do you want to patent?
The patent will be our proprietary sensor with the graphene sensor and also the photo spectrometer, which are very light. And the final patent, which is the product itself. So basically both of them.
And what about the trademark? Did you do something?
The trademark, Smart Look. Smart Look is the name of our product.
Did you test it? Did you ask somebody about this?
We tried to see if there was any name, but we didn't find any other name. And we tried the Leuki, which is to leukemia, but so far we didn't find.
Thank you.
When you need my money?
On January. We want to start as soon as possible.
Or you need all the 500,000 in January, or you have some part first and then the last? What's the plan for my money?
So the first year is the prototype development. So it's almost half the money. We estimate $100,000 for the first semester, and actually $200,000 in the first year. So to start this semester, we would need $100,000 at least. 2019.
We have the product development, that's $100,000 to turn it in a product. So we're going to have a third-party manufacturer that we have to establish a contract so that we are going to pay for it, and he wants to have his share, and we want manufacturing cost that we are going to divide in some aspect. The logistics to distribute this product, I thought about it would be a third-party job also. And there is also expenses in marketing. We have a aggressive expense in marketing that we have to pay to people go to find the doctors, go to universities and pharmacies, so on. And also the staff that we need to remunerate, and some employees that need to give support. Okay, all of this will give for us it is needed $500,000.
And do you have more information regarding these numbers?
Yes, but unfortunately we did not put. Yeah.
Okay, and another question. Where are you planning to manufacture this device? Sorry? Where are you planning to manufacture this device? Yeah.
We are planning to manufacture in Brazil. There are some facilities in Brazil that are experiencing manufacturing electronics. The challenge is the sensor, where we can find someone who is expert to manufacture the sensor and embed the sensor all together with the electronics. Okay.
And how do you get your customer?
The customer? So the customer, we start visiting the hospitals, the cancer hospital, big hospitals in Brazil, starting on São Paulo. And we start, so the first 6 months is for prototyping, and the other 6 months on 2019 is for trial tests. And we start our first client on these hospitals, taking the confiança, the trust of these medics by themselves. They will see it working. That's creating a reputation.
And just to complement, our customer is not really the hospital, is the patient. But we need to establish a relationship with the doctors that the patients already trust for them, in order for them to trust us and our product too.
How much additional cash would you need if the trials aren't successful, the initial trial?
We estimate would be $100,000, I would think, for one more semesters of trial.
So that would be the total operating cost of the company for another semester, another 100,000.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Good.
How many units you are willing to give as a free samples?
How many?
Units.
Units. What do you think? So, the 2,000. No, free samples. Free samples. Around 2.
And how many you intend to sell? Your intention to sell?
We intend to sell about 1,000 in the first year. 2.
Uh, 6,700.
Okay.
Over 5 years.
And one question regarding the device itself. How long is the lifespan of the device? Oh, sorry. How long is the lifespan of this device?
The lifespan of the device is actually very long. So the weakest point is the battery, which is around 2 years, but the sensor is like 10 years great.
And I need to wear it every day?
You don't need to wear every day. We would recommend at least when you sleep to monitor your sweat, and also constant scanning. But we want to make it very comfortable for any time you want to use, any time you need a clock.
Okay. Okay.
You would a sales price of 500, a cost of sales of 100, 400 gross margin per unit, 80% gross margin. What would happen if the price for the sensor is double and you've got 10 seconds?
We would probably increase 30% of the price initially. I would think that.
All right, time is up. Thank you very much. So who is speaking here? Yeah. So my request would be to keep it closer so that they can hear, and also the recording has to hear. Oh. Okay. You see yours? Okay, that's the one. You want a remote? That's the remote. Up and down. Yeah. You have to stand. This is the line.
Okay.
Because it's not recording otherwise. And are the judges ready? the team is FoodNet. Ready, judges? Timer, please. Yes, ready? Okay, please start.
Good morning, everyone. We are here this morning to talk about FoodNet. And the problem that we're facing here is the waste of food. In the world, about 1/3 of the food produced is wasted, which means almost 909 billion US dollars. In Brazil, it's estimated to be 41,000 tons of food per year and an amount of $150 million. Most of this food in Brazil, Latin American, and other underdeveloped countries, 50% of this food wasted, it's from the farm to the market. Mainly for two reasons. One of them, because the farmer takes too much time to contact the market and do a good trading where he sells it and get the price he wants to. And the second reason, it's for transportation due to physical injuries at mainly fruit and vegetables. So that's the problem that we were facing. And the solution we are providing here is a platform where we connect producers, markets, and carriers, the transportation company. So when they have this platform, they can meet each other, and through profiles, they can match a trading, which will decrease the time between the product from the farm to the market. And also with the transportation companies, because usually how does it work? The farmer, once he harvests, he calls the market and then he calls several transportation. So it takes too much time. So here we are decreasing this time. And we're also providing a rating service in a very friendly and easily platform where every farmer, every market, or in transportation company, they can use it. Like, it's easy to use Airbnb, it's easy to use Uber, Booking.com, and they will rate each other, and that will increase the trust on the trading. And the other solution, it's on career, where we will provide consultancy for the transportation company so they can increase their technology. And with these two products, we will help to decrease the food wasted. So that's our value proposition. We'll connect stakeholders from farms to market, increase quality of transport, and reduce waste in food chain. So our team is formed by me. I'm the CEO of the company. My name is Daniela. I have a biological science background and animal production, and also an MBA in production management. And we have Juan Ramillo. Mario is a physicist and Latin American experience. Anderson Latini is ecologist and environmental researcher. And Rafael Santiago is also a physicist. So the opportunity we are seeing is it's mainly on the gray and blue parts of these tables, where it's the amount of food wasted from harvesting to the market. The service status from our business, it's the availability of the market name after consultancy is free. No one is using FoodNet. Our platform is under construction, and we are starting the marketing plan. Our business model is based on the platform subscribing, where we are going to get 5% of every trade between farmers and transportation, farmers to market, and also consulting service to improve the transportation service on the beginning of the third year. And also in the beginning of the third year, we will provide a super service seal for transportation. With this seal, we guarantee a high quality of transportation, so farmers and market will save more money, and they can charge 10% more after the seal. Our total market size is about $208 billion, service target market of 8.4 billion, and our market share 4.6 billion. There are nowadays 2 companies that are our main competitors. One is CBC Agronegócios in Brazil. The other one is AgroPlace. It's formed by Brazilian, but it's based in Spain, and they are seeking for the Brazilian market. All of them are digital platforms that do trading between farmers and market. Of course, all of them end up contributing to the food loss, to the drop at food losses, but no one of them focus on transportation quality, and that's where most of the food get bad and with injuries, and it's no good for the market. So we have this specialized focus, and none of those platforms are very friendly and useful for small and medium farmers, for instance. And none of them have a rating service. That's where the big trust is relied of among partners. So we'll have as marketing strategy digital footprints to value the trademarks. We'll have a charity project called Hope for Food. We'll have high social marketing campaign, and also a seal of commitment with avoiding food waste. And we'll let people know about this serious problem. So now Juan will talk about our finances.
Okay, so MarketNet is a sustainable financial business because in the first 2 years we have cash flow going out. But after the second year, between the second and the third, we're gonna reach the break-even point. More in the second year is closer. And then we have a cash flow going in, and it's increasing even faster and faster. Here we have the peak catch need is about $772,000. But since we want to work on between the worst case and the average case, we are charging 20% more of this amount of money. So we are asking for an investment of $925,000. Here we have our profit and loss. We see that in the third year we have a steep increase of our sales. Is because we are launching our second product in the third year. So this is the technological solution that is giving a consultancies to our customers. Here, this is steep. We are positive to reach these numbers because we think that as time goes by, people is getting more engaged with our solution. This is our marketing strategy. We want to appeal to people feelings, like we wanted to solve the wasting food problem that is happening all over the world. So, and then after the third year, the numbers are normal. So our investment request is we are seeking for $925,000 to build a platform. Is the main investment for us. Also for the marketing, we want to invest a huge amount in marketing because, as I said before, we want to appeal to people feelings that they are helping all over the world, to solve this problem. We want to negotiate with you the 35% of our company, as long as you also help us to bring some new customers also. We thought before 30%, but we want to give you the 35% because we want you to help us to bring even more customers. And in the return of that, you are going to get 3.8 times the investment that you gave us in the 5th year. So in summary, FoodNet will drop food wasted is going to solve this problem. We are seeking for over $900,000, and you're going to get the 35% of our company. The break-even point is going to be reached in the 36th month, and we want you to be part of the change. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, you're watching the clock, didn't you? Yeah. All right, let's start the timer and then go to the judges. Who wants to go first? Any questions? Okay.
Do the farmers have mobile devices or access to the internet to be able to, do they have the technology to be able to do this rating?
So this is part of our target. We think that a Brazilian is becoming a more technological market. I mean, they are digital consumers. So our target was based on that people that is consuming technological devices and internet and all these kind of things that will let us connect them with them.
Can I have a second? Yeah. And the 5% of each trade, can you just explain, because the farmer sells to the market, and there is a transport cost as well, which might be charged. Are you taking 5% of 2 transactions or 5%? What is the 5% of?
Jonas?
Yeah, they will trade separately. So the farmer will have a trade with the transportation company, and that's one thing, and another one with the market, that's another thing.
So you take 5% of the value of the farmer's product being sold to the what you call the marketer, yes?
Yes, okay. And then from the transportation.
And from the transport company.
Yeah, indeed, we are charging 5% to farmers and marketers, but for the transportation service, we're charging 7%. That was an average, sorry, 10%. So we have like an average between 7% between these 3 different players.
What about IP? I know it's a service, and I would like to understand what do you think about it?
Thanks for the question. I'm Anderson, I'm responsible for IP, and we have already considered the online data bank, as well SpaceNet, INPI, WIPO, Google patents, free patents, and we have no anyone using our name, okay? But about the software, we did the same consultations, and we also don't find any software previous registration with the same M.
Do you think it's possible to protect the software?
Yes.
Is it possible?
Why you need my money?
Because
where
we need
you use it.
In the beginning, we're gonna invest in the development of the platform, and also in marketing. As I said before, I want to make a very strong. I want to use marketing, because indeed we don't just want to get profit from this business. We want to help a problem that is happening all over the world. So we want this money to be invested in marketing, helping people, letting people know that they are helping to solve this problem. Also to build the platform, and yeah, this is the main 2 parts.
You need it when? When you need my money?
If we starting in January the next year, I think that I will need your money maybe at the end of this year, because we are already constructed the platform, and we are also investing some money in marketing. So
our investment in one time?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah. Can I give just one numbers? So I think that for the first year we're gonna invest like $200,000 in marketing platform, and also other capits that are needed. So, you wanna add something?
Yeah, on the third year, we'll do more investment on the consultancy. So maybe one part here now for the beginning, and on the third year, so much more.
How will you collect the 5%, the sales income from the farmers and the marketers in these first couple of years? How will you actually receive that money?
Well, we're planning to do it by a digital platform like PayPal or something PagSeguro done by Wall. We're planning to rent an online platform to do the payments.
And how are you going to convince these farmers to use your service?
Well, as Juan said in the presentation, we're gonna appeal to their emotional side, because to help to reducing avoiding the food waste in the world, and also it's a quicker way to get into business. I mean, you are producing your plantation, and then once you're done with it, you have to had to work to find someone to buy it. But with the platform, we're gonna simplify the service by a click. You just need to access it, and then have access to 1 billion of markets that you can trade with.
And what is their gain?
I just want to complete it saying that what usually happens nowadays is that sometimes the farmer doesn't know too much, the transportation company doesn't know the market, so it's a normal issue. The fruit or vegetable get to the market, and the farmer saw how the product left the farm, and when it get there, the market says, well, your product's no good for my grocery store or for my supermarket, whatever, so I'm going to pay you just half of the price. So that's a very important issue. So if we have the rating platform, it will increase the trust on the trading, because they will rate each other. And so with that, the farmers will lose less money, and the transportation company as well, because their service with our certification will be increase the service by the farmers.
What happens if a farmer or the farmers rate a particular transport company or marketer very poorly? How will that influence because presumably the transport company or the marketers will be unhappy being poorly rated and may leave, and you won't get any earnings from them?
Well, they will have the right to answer, because we know that some people just rate bad because some other things. And as we usually see on the other platforms like Uber or Airbnb, everyone has the right to reply.
Your technology can be merged with Waze?
Yes, for sure. That's something that we're also thinking about. So once the farmers match the market and match the transportation company, he will be allowed to, and the product leaves the farm, he will be able to see if the trucks are taken to the market, how long is it taken, or if the truck stops on the way for some reason and takes 1 or 2 days longer, for instance, when it comes from the northeast to the southeast, and that damages the fruits and vegetables.
Regarding your question and the other question that you did before, we want to keep this business very simple. I mean, we don't have technology here more than a platform. We're going to pay for the licenses every year, but we don't have intellectual property. Maybe as time goes by, after the 5th year, we can get any technological advice, and we can provide it to our customers in our consultancies, but not yet. But it's a pretty good idea. But as time goes by, you start to see if the numbers are good and the costs are good, all these kind of things.
Oh, okay. You have a question? Richard?
What if I wanted to take control of the company? Would you let me have 51% for the same amount of cash?
Yeah, we need to do a quick discussion with the board to know that, because as we are starting, we're nearly company, we don't.
But it would be up for discussion. You'd
Yeah.
consider it. Okay, thank you.
Maybe I will divide this in 51% to Richard.
Okay, I guess if there are no other questions, thank you very much. May I request the next team, Silver Power, to come and set up your presentation while the judges are getting ready. So who is presenting you? Oh, okay. So please make sure you have the microphone closed, because they cannot record it otherwise. The institute is recording. Right? Yeah, time show that. Yeah, that's yours.
Pode pôr na próxima tela já. Acho que eu mudo. É esse aqui. This one changes?
Yeah. Then, is this the first slide?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you cross this line, then it won't take your picture,
Okay.
the camera. So you have to be on this side. You can use the pointer if you want. Not at me. Okay. Okay. So, are we ready, judges? And timing official? Good? Okay. All right, let's start, please.
Good morning. My name is Luisa. I'm from Silver Power Company, and I'm here to talk to you about antimicrobial resistance, like superbacteria problem. This problem is increasing significantly, and in 2050, it will kill one person each 3 seconds in the world, which means that 10 million people will be killed by superbacteria in 2050. This means that superbacteria will kill more than cancer in the world. And it will cost $100 trillion to the world. So our product is nanoparticles, silver nanoparticles, for disinfection of mainly hospitals. Why is that? Because silver nanoparticles is known to be a biocide, and it kills superbacteria very easily. It's safe for humans. It's not like antibiotics that will increase the superbacteria problem. This will actually kill the superbacteria problem. And it's cost effective, it's simple to use, it's fast, and it's very safe. This is our team. We have Flavia here. She is our CEO and R&D director. We also have me. I am the marketing and finances director. We have Andrea here. She is our commercial director. We have Sonia. She will be our production and quality director. And we have Claudia as a technology information technology director. Our opportunity is, in Brazil, we have around 6,000 hospitals today, and our product will be sold in 5-liter gallons, and it's very easy to use. The cleaning personnel just have to dilute our product in the water and clean the floor, the beds, and everywhere they want to clean in the hospital. We plan to sell as monthly subscriptions to hospitals, as one-time purchase, and we will have all documentations for public biddings in public hospitals. Our competition is mainly the ordinary standard disinfection method, which uses a lot of chemical products that can cause not only the superbacterial resistance, but allergies and others in the hospitals. So our product is safer and better for this purpose. So the total market size is, we have 6,000 hospitals in Brazil. We plan to aim in the first year at 10% of this market. So we plan to sell to 600 hospitals in the first year. Silver nanoparticles is not a patent product, but our production system, it's patent pending in Brazil, United States, and Europe. Our prototypes is already demonstrated that it's successful to the superbacterial killing and disinfection, and we are ready to start manufacturing. Our competitive advantages is, like I said, it's easily, it's faster, it's safer, it's sustainable, it's efficient to kill superbacteria, and it's a low cost, it's easy to use, it's safe for human beings. Our marketing strategy is to distribute free samples to hospitals so they can test our product and assure their quality. We will advertise in specialized magazines. We plan to go to congresses and forums specialized in this area and scientific events. I'm sorry, there's a mistake here. Our cost of production of 5 liters of our product is 25 reais, and we will sell at 100,000. Sorry, 100. Sorry. Our break-even will be at 12,100 units, which will mean 24 months. And in 5 years, we expect to have 25% of the target market, which represents 20,000 sales a year. For that, we would like to request $750,000 for 55% of our company. We plan to use this money for marketing, free samples, and to start up the process production. The return of investment will be, I think, 2 times in 5 years. There's a mistake here as well. Sorry. To summarize, superbacteria and antimicrobial resistance will be the main cause of death in the world in 2050. Nanosilver particles is proven to kill the superbacteria, and our product will reduce the superbacteria in hospitals in a simple, fast, and cost-effective way of disinfection. For that, we need $650,000 to start up production, for marketing and free samples, and the break-even point is after 24 months, payback in 36 months, and return on investments in 2 times of your investment in 5 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, let's see if she starts the timer. All right. Who wants to ask the first question?
What about the IP? What do you think about the patents?
Our product, silver nanoparticle, doesn't need protection because it's a common knowledge. The protection will be to our production system. That's why we are patenting in Brazil and United States and Europe for the production system. We have studies that our production system will be the most cheap process, and that's why we will patent the production system.
I think you said I'd get 2 times my money back in 5 years' time. Can you just, are you able to take me through the calculations?
Sure. I asked for $750,000. The valuation after 5 years is at $6 million.
Good.
So if you have 25% of our company, you have 2 times that money back in 5 years.
What is the price of the single-liter gallon?
The 5 liters gallon, it's will sell at 100 reais, and it costs us 25.
25. You show a number about 12,000 and a half and 500 units.
And 500 units.
For the break-even.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes, I need to sell that for a break-even.
Considering your 600 hospital, it means each hospital will buy 20 units during these 2 years.
20,000 units, yes. The first year we plan to sell 6,000 units, so which means that 600, 10% of our market, of our target market, will buy at least one in 10 months, which means we'll sell 6,000 units in 1 year. So after 5 years, we plan to sell 20,000 units because it's something you buy on a monthly basis. That's why we will have the subscription model of selling as well.
And then this 600 hospital, they will be private or public hospital?
We plan to sell for both. At the first step, we think it's easier to sell for private hospitals because for public hospitals will need a lot of documentation and participation on bids. So we think that would take a little longer to sell to public hospitals.
How does your product compare to the competition?
Our product will be cheaper because we have a cheaper production system.
And it will be better?
I think so, yes. It will be highly concentrated on silver nanoparticles, so you have to dilute it in water. And it will be made in Brazil, so it will be cheaper. If we compare to silver nanoparticles technologies. If we compare to the standard methods, it's probably a little more expensive, but it's safer and more effective.
And can I get one more question?
Okay.
And are you planning to expand like to households? Will I be able to use it in my house?
Yes, we plan to expand to a lot of other products like houses, other clinics such as odontology clinics, veterinary clinics, but we are basing our business model on hospitals right now, so we can have only one product and we focus on one product right now.
You sell as a 5-liter unit, yes, but then the user dilutes the 5 liters. How I don't need to know what the dilution is, but what is the equivalent sales price per usage liter compared to the nearest competitor?
Good question. Well, we can dilute that at least 10 times. So I think can you help me with the math? Quer falar, André? Ou Flávio? So which means around 10 reais per liter. Oh no. The competitor, it's less concentrated, so I think it dilutes only 5 to 6 times. The price is similar, but it dilutes less. Yeah. So our R&D specialist is saying that the more you dilute, the less effective it is on superbacteria.
Então eu falei que o dos outros é menos.
Sorry, thanks.
How long the product will stand until the next application?
Well, it won't take long, but our focus right now for this business model is to have our payback and return on investment only with this project. But we'll have we have projections for development in money for development, so we think within these 5 months we'll be ready to launch new products as well.
Your setup of production, you asked me 750,000.
Yes.
What is the most expensive part of this production?
Marketing.
How much?
Oh, we plan to use at least three parts. 250 or 300,000 in marketing. The production system, it's quite cheaper. It's like 100,000.
In your timeline, in what moment do you need my money?
I would need your money right away, but
at the beginning.
At the beginning, not everything at the beginning, but the most money that I will need will be in 2020.
Yes. Would you be prepared to offer guarantees to users, to a hospital, for instance, that this product, when used to your dilution, your specification, would guarantee no presence of any super bacteria?
Yes,
you would offer a guarantee?
Yes, we are prepared to offer a guarantee using our protocol, our dilution protocol, and our method of cleaning.
Okay.
Because we cannot assure and guarantee if they use more diluted, our product more diluted, or...
So would there be training involved for the people doing the cleaning, and is that something you've budgeted for?
We did not think about training. We thought about brochures explaining the usage of the product, but we can sure include training as well.
We can use nanoparticles in the Brazilian regulation. It's allowed to use it in this kind of product.
It will be a barrier for us to, you can use it, but we will have to be sure that people are ready to change their disinfection methods to a new technology.
Any other questions from the judges?
Yeah, how easy, I mean, if I buy a 5-litre container, I can probably analyze it and work out what that production process is that you are hoping to patent, and I could maybe alter that process. Does that concern you, that I could re-engineer the process and produce your same material in a slightly different way to avoid you suing me?
Yes, but we don't think you will be able to do that as cheap as we can. Because our production system is patent pending and it's very reliable. Because I have 2 seconds.
All right, let's give a big hand to this Silver Power. And thank you all. You all made a good presentation. So what we'll do is we let the judges get together and decide, the scoring. Meanwhile, we can all go for lunch, and we meet at 1:30. Richard, would 2 o'clock, 1.5 hours be okay?
Yes, that'll be fine. 2 o'clock, we get together back at 2.
Yeah, let's meet back here at 2 o'clock. All right, sounds good. Thank you.